Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Neo. This set was really fun. I'm working on my red iguana hand just for practice. It's a cosmic liquid marble set with moons and stars. So I started off doing a 3-color ombre. It's actually 2 colors, but I mixed an in-between color because I didn't have it. Some hot pink. I think this is Girlfriend from Sugar and Cream. It's my favorite acrylic brand. It's just like a neon hot pink. I really like it. And then I go ahead and blend in another color that I custom mixed. So I've been playing around with mixing my own acrylic colors with pigments and micas and glow in the dark and chalk. Actually, I've seen that happening a lot on social media. So this color on the in-between is a color that I actually mixed. It's really, really pretty, but it's really sheer. I haven't added a lot of pigment to it. And I figured it'd be a good transition color from the hot pink to a darker color. So I'm adding that here, but I was having some issues blending just because everything was still so wet. So instead of continuing with this nail, well, I did continue with this nail. I realized it here when I tried to add this second color that I mixed, kind of like a purpley violet color. I realized it wasn't blending because everything was just so wet, so I decided to move on to the other nails before I continued the marble. This is just a plain white from Sugar and Cream. It's called Marshmallow. It's kind of like in between a milky white and an opaque white. And I wanted something just solid on all of the other nails because the focus is the marble that we're gonna do. We're gonna do some liquid marbles. Some people have been playing around with that using like Sharpie, so like a Sharpie marble kind of, but I'm just using ink and not an acrylic marble to do it. So I just wanted a clean, solid, light colored base acrylic to do that on. So on all of the other nails, we're just gonna do a solid white acrylic. And as you can see, while I'm working with the white acrylic, I'm just going in and adding acrylic wherever I feel like I need to build up some structure. Don't ever feel like you have to be able to do like a 1 bead or 2 bead method. I mean, that's something to strive to, yeah, but when you're actually working on someone, if you don't get it in 3 beads or 4 beads, like that's totally fine. Just don't, compromise the integrity of your shape, trying to achieve that goal, because at the end of the day you want to be able to create solid nails that are going to last, right? Like that's the goal. So if you see I'm like turning the hand a little bit just so I can see the side and adding acrylic wherever I feel like I need to. So don't ever feel like that's something that you should have to do. It's cool, but you add acrylic wherever you need to. So as I'm finishing up with the white nails, I'm going back to the marble and I'm adding more of that custom mixed acrylic just to continue the blend and make sure that it's smooth, because the color that I'm adding after is pretty dark. So it's a dark blue, like a navy blue from iGel Beauty. And I knew that it would be, difficult blending such a bright neon color with a dark navy color. So that's why I was adding those in between colors, just to act as a transition from one to the other. And the thing about marbling is, 1, to work wet, 2, just maintain your shape, and 3, blend back and forth. Even if you don't get it in, one color application into the other, you can always go back to your first color and swipe upwards. You can go back to the second color and swipe downwards. You just want a nice transition. Obviously, I'm going to cover this with a whole bunch of gems and things like that, but what I found helpful, just because the colors were really contrasting, was to add more of that middle color to kind of help with the blend, and then adding the pink and swiping back up, and then more blue. So I'm just doing that, but remembering to work in very small beads, because I'm adding a lot more. You don't want to build up so much with the product, because we're gonna have to clear cap and add, and then you don't want a super thick nail. So if you see, I'm just adding the pink and then adding more of the blue back down, and then more of the pink again. So just doing whatever you need to do to get the blend that you want. And that's what I did. So that's the ombre nail. Next I went in with this really cool blue holographic glitter. It's a really nice color. I'm gonna do a full set with these because it's just so pretty. It's called Strip Club and it's by the Red Acrylics. It's a new brand by a young black nail tech, and it's such a cute color. I love it so much. It's called Strip Club. So I added just a swirl of that across the nail because I'm going for like a cosmic kind of theme with these nails. And then to add even more shimmer, I'm going in with the Two Guys Chameleon Flakes. It's the blue color. They all have numbers, but I don't know I think it's number 4. I'm not sure. But it's the bluish flake color. They're like holographic flakes. And in some angles, it reflects a little bit of this yellow color, but in person, it does look more blue. And I just thought that this added something nice to make me think more of like galaxy vibes, universe star vibes. So yeah, I added it onto the blue nail. And then we're going to move on to the marble. So on to the liquid marble. First thing that I'm doing is adding blooming gel. And this is from iGel Beauty. Blooming gel basically is a clear coat of gel that you use so that when you add liquid colors on top, or even gel polishes on top, it kind of forces the liquid to spread or bloom for that part. So I'm adding a thin layer of blooming gel onto all of the nails and then going in with these liquid inks. So this is from Macarte. This is actually the Macarte marble ink pack, and I'm using the blue and the hot pink. And as you see, as I'm adding the blue, it's kind of like spreading across the nail. And all I did, I mean, you can use alcohol, but I just used the monomer on my brush. I'm not gonna lie. I just tapped around the ink wherever, and you can see it kind of just erases some of it, and then the rest kind of spreads across the nail. This is a really cool design in itself. It's gonna keep spreading or kind of just stay wet until you cure it. So the blooming gel has to be cured. So what I did was add the pink, and the pink though, the blue was really pigmented, but the pink, I felt like it just washed away. Like, as you can see, I'm tapping with the brush with a little bit of monomer on it, and the pink is basically disappearing. So I went in with the pink a few times just to get up the pigment that I wanted. But the blue was fantastic. I would definitely use the this liquid marble in a different design with different colors. I'll definitely link below the Macarte pack, but I definitely also have pigment inks from iGel. They just didn't have the pink when I was buying it, so I don't have a pink iGel marble ink, but I use the pink from the Macarte and the blue from the Macarte. So going in again with the brush with monomer and just erasing wherever I wanted less of the pigment from either color. Remember, the blue is still wet because we haven't cured it, but once you're set with the pattern that you like, you just cure it in your light for about 30 to 60 seconds. So now that they're cured, I'm going in with that same Strip Club blue acrylic glitter. And I'm just adding swirls of that. And then I'm gonna go in after that on each nail and add the blue chameleon flakes by the Two Guys. So I'm done adding the chameleon blue flakes. The best part is adding the charms. So the whole point of this set is the moon and the stars and the whole galaxy vibe. So I'm just adding really, really wet beads, thin wet beads of clear acrylic, and I'm just sticking these bad boys on in the same kind of swirl pattern, like across and around the nail. Anything, moons I saw, stars, little silver dots, like just anything that I had that I felt gave me that vibe. I did that on all 4 nails. And as you can see, I'm just placing the charms down and then adding really, really wet, tiny beads of acrylic, clear acrylic, and then just adding whatever I thought was cute for the most part. So I did that on all 4 nails. And look at how cute this is already. Like, it's really freaking cute. So then I went in with some clear acrylic, and we're just going to clear cap all of them. Just making sure to push the acrylic in and around all of the pieces. Anytime you're encapsulating pieces that may not lay like completely flat to the curve of the nail, you just got to make sure you're building up the shape of the acrylic and making sure that you encapsulate all around, because you don't want to file and have like gaps. So you have like holes in the acrylic from the edges of the pieces. And also just building up, like if this was a client, obviously it's a practice hand. If it was a client, you would want a good structure of the nail. So I'm pushing the acrylic towards the center to make sure that we're building that apex and keeping the strength of the nail, and then just making sure I'm cleaning the sidewalls consistently so that I maintain the shape that I had in mind. So I'm just going to be doing that on all 4 nails. And as you can see, I'm adding well more than 3 beads to get the job done. Do not feel like you have to be able to get it in 3 beads. I mean, for like state board, yeah, you have to, but like that's not important in the real world. You use as many beads as you need to. Obviously, you're not going to add like 1,000 beads because you can't be there forever working on someone's nails. But you know, when you're getting started, don't make that your focus. Focus on getting a clean, solid shape, and the rest will happen for you. So those are the nails right after. So I actually went in and hand filed. I try not to use my e-file while using the Red Iguana just because it is really difficult to hand e-file if you don't secure the nails down, and I do not glue the tips down. I just slide them into the pocket, and I'm not trying to damage this expensive ass silicone hand, okay? So I'm just hand filing, and you see I'm rubbing my finger across it to make sure, especially because we're encapsulating like layered pieces. Rubbing my finger across to make sure that there's no lumps and bumps, and just hand filing. I find that, you know, if your acrylic application is fairly smooth, you shouldn't have to go in too much to file. I've wiped and washed the hand because it just holds dust like a like a lot. And then that's pretty much it with this set. I'm going in with a glossy top coat. I think this is the Two Guys. It's my favorite glossy and matte top coat. And that's pretty much it for the set. The design work was really underneath that clear coat of acrylic, and these nails came out really, really pretty. Don't forget that sometimes you might have to wipe your sidewalls after applying top coat just because it might alter your shape a bit. Cure for 60 seconds, and that's pretty much it. I've got a still shot for you of what they look like in bright light. Really pretty, and the marble came out really nice. You can see a little bit of that blue glitter, and here's what they look like in daylight. Just really pretty. It's all about the marble, the glitter, and the charms inside. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you like. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.